top anime where the main character has a unique power. Airing in the spring season of 2021, 86 came in with a fine concept, somewhat aiming to be a second Code Geass. Set in a world with massive discrimination against certain races, mecha warfare, and staggering animation, 86 promised to be a perfect show. The first season hasn't yet answered many questions, but the action made the fans shiver in hope for a great sequel. The protagonist, Shin Nuzen, is not only a great pilot for the juggernauts of San Magnolia but also has supernatural abilities. He is able to hear the voices of his family members from an unthinkable distance, a power that was used to create the Parare devices. He is also the best processor to be known and is sometimes called the Reaper by his peers. Another big gun of the isekai genre, ReZero, is known for the horrendous journey the protagonist had to go through. Subaru had a hard time ever since he was summoned to the new world, as he was constantly targeted and killed many times. This is possible because of his outstanding ability to come back from death. He starts out over and over again at a certain time point, serving like a save game. He is not too fond of this skill, as he has to die a painful death every single time, but still decides to revert time back to save his friends. He is one great main character for sure. If you are an Isekai fan, there is a slight chance that you've heard about Tadi no Yusha no Nariagari already. No, not a slight chance, but I'm pretty sure you have already seen it. Despite being relatively new to the scene, this show got immense attention due to being just like every other Isekai ever since Sword Art Online, meaning the main guy got trapped in a video game. This doesn't mean it's bad, as Shield Hero is actually pretty fun to watch. There is plenty of action in the series, and it all comes down to the protagonist, Naofumi. He is witty, and despite starting off with a weak set, he quickly climbed the ladders and managed to put his hands on the devastating power of Rage Shield, the Wrath series after losing everything to the royalty of the kingdom. Mob Psycho 100 was an interesting new release of 2016. The show not only had outstanding animation, but the whole concept managed to collect fans for the franchise. The story was captivating, and despite the short runtime, the series still remained a memorable piece. The protagonist, Shigeo Kageyama, or simply Mob, was a pretty weak dude before joining the Body Improvement Club. He was a pushover for most of his life, and even though his physical abilities didn't grow that much, his psychic power overwhelmed anyone facing him. His telekinesis made him able to control giant objects and even living things, moving them around with ease only using his mind. His final state allows him to go into an unrivaled rage mode. Of course, My Hero can't be left out when talking about anime with superpowers in it. It's such a prime example of classical superhero fantasies that the series quickly gained the fame of one of the most popular new-gen anime. This is mostly due to the lovable characters, the understandable and glorious power system, and the overall recency of the adaptation. The protagonist, Izuku Midoriya, also known as Deku, started off quirkless in a world where everyone has a superpower. He later inherited the power of One for All, which was the quirk of the greatest hero, All Might. It turned out that the quirk wasn't just an already overpowered strength buff, but that it contains 7 other different quirks as well. This would easily make Deku the strongest hero, of course, if he can make good use of them. This anime with an unfairly long title, which in its full glory is called The Misfit of Demon King Academy, presents the exact same story the title indicates. Anos Voldigode, the most overpowered protagonist, reincarnates to check on the world he purposefully left 2,000 years ago. He is unbeatable by any foes and constantly tells others that he is in fact the one and only demon lord, but nobody believes him despite his insane magical power. Anos can delete entire land masses, demobilize enemies in a blink of an eye, and he can also manipulate time and space for his enjoyment. Very based. The first anime of many weebs, Death Note usually appears on every list praising certain shows. No wonder it makes an appearance as well, as Yagami Light possesses an insanely overpowered tool, and also, he is very intelligent. After randomly finding the notebook of the death god, Ryuk, Light started to live out his god complex by cleaning up the streets from the criminals. The Death Note allowed him to kill anyone if he wrote up their names on the paper and knew their faces. He ruthlessly murdered everyone who committed crimes and turned into a bad guy himself. It was up to the mastermind detective, L, to find the identity of the god of the new world. When the two geniuses had a showdown, only one of them could stay alive.
まずは地球の掃除と思って凶悪犯の名前を書き続けた。そして僕が認めた真面目で心の優しい人間だけの世界を作り上げていく。そして僕は新世界の神となる。
We are free, right, fellow scouts? One of the most influential series of the last decade, Attack on Titan shaped modern media to a point of no turning back. This was one of the shows to bring the attention of Westerners to anime, collecting millions of new-gen fans for the media. After his mother was eaten by the Titans roaming the earth, Eren Yeager swears to murder every single one of them. His quest suddenly stops as he gets eaten as well. As turns out, he is not that easy to kill, as he possesses the ability to turn into a Titan. Actually, he has the power of 2 out of the 9 Titan shifters and is easily the strongest being of his universe. By the time he learns how to use the powers of the Founder, the world has to face the wrath of the boy who sought freedom. Black Clover is usually regarded as a pretty weak shonen. It is said that the anime just straight copied every element from other media of the genre, but as time passed, the series managed to earn respect. Black Clover built up slowly, but right now it features some of the best villains, as well as an ever-expanding universe. Asta is a young boy who loves screaming for some reason. He assumed the role of the protagonist, not only because he strives to be the best, trying to become the Wizard King, but also as he controls the power of a devil in himself. Not even knowing about the nature of his power for a long time, he actually owns the greatest force in the world, anti-magic. He can counter any kind of magical attack with his swords, and teaming up with his devil, he went on a mission to defeat the underworld creatures threatening humanity. This is one show for sure you didn't be on the list, huh? Actually, High School DXD is a pretty deep show filled with mythological elements, wonderful fights, and many more. The protagonist, Issei Hudo, bears the legacy of the Welsh dragon, Drake. The artifact of his gauntlet is one of the Longinus, the strongest equipment to exist in the world. With the power of one of the strongest beings inside him, Issei goes on a journey to become a harem king. Yes, it's that simple. He faces many strong opponents, but he is rivaled only by the Valley Albion, Ophis Ouroboros dragon, the Great Red, and the Trihexa.
勝ち続けることこそが唯一の道だった。だからこそだ俺はそんなあなたを倒したい。